Hello guys, in today's video we're going to be discussing the special Q&A answers in the Dive Death server. This was milestone 4 for reaching like 10,000 to 20,000 sales on the Artful plush. I forgot the exact amount. I could probably check in a bit and correct myself, but I'll do that in editing. So for now, let's just get into it. Please like the video and subscribe. It would also really help out if you hype the video as well. I'm pretty sure you just got your hypes back. It's Monday, so yeah. Without further ado, let's get into it. Question 1. Does the Taunt rework have any extra effect that we haven't seen yet? AKA other than the killer knockback plus speed boost, ragdoll, and extra damage on hitting Taunt. A lot of people are worried it will end up as a side grade of block with no support power, possibly harming your team due to the speed boost. Yes, the Taunt rework aims to be a lot less of a selfish ability. For Taunt's duration, every other civilian takes halved damage from the killer, being a reliable tool to switch the focus away from a teammate, while Taunt takes 1.5x more damage and is ragdolled upon being hit by the killer, ending the effect prematurely. It is also important to notice that the effect does not stack. This is great. I think this is a perfect rework for Taunt. It makes it focus on less being a selfish ability, being more of a team-based ability. It's a really good one. This is genuinely really great. I love that. It's perfect. Perfect rework to it. Makes it separates itself from being just a better block, you know. It's so cool. I love this change. This is genuinely amazing. I love the direction that they're taking this. Anywho, question 2. What happened to the rare NPCs that spawned in a round? Why were they removed in the Quality of Life update? The rare NPCs, e.g. Talkers, were removed in the Quality of Death update due to an unfortunate bug. They will be coming back on the next update with a handful of new friends and new functionalities. I'm gonna make a few guesses as to what these new functionalities are. They could probably help you in the round if you're both survivor and killer. Or they could do small little tasks that can also provide you ticks, like sort of what Live of Life has, where if you take the batteries, take it to this one spot, you can unlock a new portion to the map, or like set up a new event. I think that'd be a really cool functionality if they do go down that route. But for the most part, I think it's just gonna be like a small quest system that they'll probably provide. Question 3. Are there going to be any objectives added to the rounds or map events that can be activated by the players that benefit them? Next update will include objectives, although not in the usual way seen in most ASINs. Civilians will have tasks to complete. Below are a few examples of tasks. One of them is heal 5 teammates, punch the killers 3 times, speed 5 people up with a pad. Completing a task will grant a handful amounts of points and evilness. That way, civilians have a set goal in the round to complete, while still being able to help their team. Survivalist abilities such as Adrenaline, Hot Dog, Cloak, etc. will be getting a few changes next update, to not worry about them not being included in tasks. I like this. It gives a lot of people different directions and goals for what they're going to be doing as a survivor the entire round. It's really nice. It's a great change of pace. I think that's very beneficial for the growth of Dive Death. I really like that change. It's a great one. Genuinely a great one. Question 4. How much will the lore change / expand in the update? We already know you've been wanting to change the lore as well as changing it slightly with the killers. So how much more lore will we be seeing? Like, will killer lore be completely different? Will we see more survivor lore? Will lore be more or less relevant in game? And how big do you believe story to get? The lore will be expanded in the update by a long mile, both because of the new maps having secret and environmental storytelling into them, and because of a new feature with the sole intent of explaining and adding to the lore. For those who want to get deeper into the lore, have fun finding all of the secrets. I believe in the end, Deity's lore will turn out fairly big and complex, but that's solely because we want to make every character feel connected to the universe and have some sort of importance to events happening in the game. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not that much of a lore guy. I only really care about Killdroid's lore, and his is kind of like wonky at the moment. I haven't really been paying attention to the lore. It's just gotten like too complex for me at the moment, and I'm kind of just waiting for them to like release the lore doc and all that type of deal. I'll probably make a video on the lore doc whenever that does drop, but for now, we just have this answer to the question. Question 5. For how long do you plan to keep updating the game? I plan to keep consistently updating Dive of Death the next 3 to 5 years if everything goes well. It seems like every one of my older games were practices for this singular game, and I'm glad and surprised it got to where it is now. Expect the game to expand into territories no other ASIMs explored before in the upcoming months and years. I'm just as excited as you are for the future of the game. I think it's a question. I mean, I'm kind of like, okay, yeah, I kind of saw that. Question 6. Where do you plan to go with Dive of Death after this update? This is one of the biggest updates in the game, and this is a huge milestone. With your plushies, your collabs, your reputation as an ASIM game, and also your fan base. I would just like to know how far you plan to take Dive of Death in the future. Things like what you would like to change about it moving forward, any collabs you'd want to make, plans on merge, and overall how much farther do you believe you'd want to go with DoD. This update focuses on improving issues the game has had while also adding highly requested features to it. With new killers being supposed to release fairly shortly after with DoD, I want it to finally be a game I can call complete. There's a ton of merch planned for the future, a few collabs, new killers and abilities, new game modes. It's a lot, and I'm glad there are people excited to see what we have to offer in the future. As with Dive of Death, I want to try my best to keep it grounded and with a clear identity. We don't plan on having mini collabs in our updates similar to my previous games. We'll take a hefty amount of time to release to make sure the content will make a majority of people happy. They're gonna take longer with the updates. I am very sad about this. We're gonna have like a 6-month update schedule probably. I know a lot of people have been happy about that. I've always wanted a bi-weekly update schedule, but it's too far gone for any changes to that, I suppose. Question 7. Will there be anything to help support developers of this game, Roblox Game Passes, like maybe a VIP Game Pass? Because I'm sure me and a lot of others would love to support the game, me included. In the next update, there will be a VIP Game Pass, although it is not affecting gameplay in any way and its sole purpose is being cosmetic. You'll be able to buy it with Robux or a handful of in-game points. This is amazing. I genuinely love this. You can buy the Game Passes with points. You don't have to necessarily pay for them. You don't have to necessarily do anything. You don't have to spend money. You can buy it with in-game currency. I think this is a step in the right direction. This is perfect. This is amazing. I'm probably going to be able to buy this with points. If there's exclusive stuff to the buying it with Robux, I'll probably go with that route. I think this is the perfect direction for an ASIM game to be going down. You're getting rewarded for playing the game for an extensive amount of time. I genuinely love this. Genuinely, there's so much praise to be delivered for this one. It is perfect. I'm going to give a reaction to that one. Question 8. When are skins like Doomware or Corrosive or Mispaint Artful, Necromancer, Morph, and other accepted skins like those coming to the game? A good amount of the older accepted skins are coming to the game this update. Some of them have been scrapped due to not meeting the game's current quality standards, unfortunately. Expect to see some of the highly waited for faces in the update soon. There are some accepted skins that unfortunately did get scrapped is what we are getting at, but majority of them are going to be coming out in this update, which is really nice. I'm very appreciative of that. I feel bad for whoever had their skin accepted and then rejected afterwards, which is really an unfortunate thing. It's a thing with Roblox developers, I assume. There's always something like this going on. It's kind of tragic, but, you know, it is what it is. Question 9. How is progress on the next major update? Not to sound like I'm rushing you guys, I understand these things take time. I'd just like to know how things are coming along so far, how much of it is done versus how much is it still in the works. On a related note, is there an estimated release date for the next major update yet? It doesn't have to be an exact date, it can be arranged like late December, early January, etc. Just when you guys expecting to get it out? Or are you guys just going to release it when you feel ready? No date in mind. The update is going smoothly and we are really excited to show everyone what we have been brewing for all this time. We currently are almost at the final stages of an update where only the more time-consuming and small annoying things are left to be done. I would say about 70% of the update is completed. with only a few things left to be done. There is no exact release date planned, but expect one to be announced around a week before this update is out. So we don't have a confirmed release date, but we do have a percentage of what is complete from the update. So someone could probably just make an estimation from quality of death update compared to this, and then they could probably like find the time stamp for how much longer we are expected to see this, because it has been 70% of the update is complete, and you know, it is Question 10, is it confirmed that the next big update will include 2 new killers? The next update will not include the next killers. The next killers becoming in the update right after it. It is also confirmed that there will be 2 killers releasing instead of the usual 1. Yeah, this was I'm surprised this question got answered when it was kind of obvious. Why did we ask this? I'm genuinely confused. It was literally confirmed. We are getting 2 new killers. Why did someone ask me? And why did it get answered? That kind of pisses me off. We got one of our 15 questions wasted on this. It's kind of funny, dude. Anywho, that has been all that Spy has answered. It is now moving on to DV, because he has helped with the update by a long mile. Yeah, you know, that ordeal. From DV, okay, hello, it's my turn now. Question 11, how many maps are getting changed? Every single map currently in-game has gotten a complete rework, with heavy visual changes and layout changes to make them a lot more interactable for civilians and killers, and overall more balanced, lol. Destroyables will also somewhat be playing a bigger part in the new maps instead of just being a visual thing. As you can tell from the Tundra teasers, a few maps got completely new layouts as well. I low-key like this. I like that Destroyables are going to be having a higher focus. It's going to be somewhat like the Teapot map, I'd assume, where they have this this one loop spot. There was this little bridge that you could go up, and then you could get into this loop through there. It was a really cool destroyable, and I hope they do more stuff like that, and that's what I assume they're planning on doing for this. Question 12, will killers receive balance changes, such as maybe changing Harkin's hit to negate looping her for forever, etc, etc? Yes, probably. To some extent, yes, all the killers have gotten some sort of changes to them. Killjoy got the most changes, I'd say, with 2 of his abilities being completely reworked. Killjoy mains, we rise up. We are so up, dude. Killjoy getting major changes to his rework, to his set, completely reworked. This is peak. This is perfect. We are winning. Killjoy mains, we rise. We rise. Anywho, question 13. Are there going to be any badges or achievements in the future? Stuff like the collab badges we have right now. This update has a ton of badges and achievements to grind for. I'm talking 50 plus achievements with more to come in the future. Some of these achievements will have a special reward tied to them, whether it be points, skins, or something else. I love this. We're getting achievements, and we're going to have like stuff associated with it. I am genuinely so happy about this. This is like one of the top things I love with games, when they add certain achievables where you complete a certain goal and you get rewarded for it. I really hope that what they plan on doing with this is like civilian customization, maybe like, how about for mastery, you know, how we have to get 250 kills, maybe at like 1 point you get a keychain if you win with a certain amount of, with a specific killer for a certain amount of time, that type of ordeal. It'll probably be something like that. I genuinely can't wait to see though. I can't wait to see what they do with it. I genuinely just love the idea of a goal with a reward at the end of it. I'm just obsessed with those types of things, and Dive Death adding this is just it's a step in the right direction. I can't really formulate an opinion perfectly or get it across to you, right? But, you know, I really like that. I really like that. Question 14, can we expect to see an admin panel of sorts being added to private servers? It'd be nice to have that as an option, not only to mess around with certain killers and civilians outside of public matches, but to also set up specialized matches with friends. Yeah, the admin panel is getting completely reworked next update and being added to private servers with new additions like prop/object spawning, exclusive admin panel maps, status effect forcing, game mode forcing, and all that cool stuff. I'm not one who really plays in private servers, so I'm not really affected, or I don't really care for it. So yeah, There you go. Question 15. How much will the map change? How much will the game change from this update? From what we have seen so far, the game is getting a complete overhaul with new features like game mode revamps, new maps features, survivability reworks, and possibly much more. So how different would you say the game would be from the pre-update to the upcoming update, just to give us an idea on what to expect? Nearly everything currently in-game has nearly gotten some sort of touch-up to it. Maps, civilians, killers, skins, abilities, and game modes. Two major things have changed. One, there's a ton of new stuff to grind for. Your points won't be reaching absurdly high amounts anymore with nothing to spend it on except for skins anymore. Teaser soon maybe. I'm gonna be honest, we kind of know what this is. This is the civilian customization features with the different hat changes, the keychains, the t-shirts, all that type of deals. I could probably buy it all day one, considering I have like 100,000 points, but you know, we don't talk about that. I just grind a little bit. Two, the game has a lot more emphasis on teamwork for the civilian side now. A ton of civilian abilities, which were once just basic survival list abilities, now have a touch of teamwork built into them. Thank you all for being so patient for the update. We'll be posting the next Milestone teasers soon. And that is all. That is all. I really like what they have planned. It seems like the game is just going into the right direction, you know? I mean, that's kind of what I've been saying the entire time. I really like what they're doing. I like it. And yeah, that's kind of it. My overall thoughts, I am happy with the Q&A. I am kind of pissed off that someone asked, are we getting 2 killers in the next update? I thought we all knew this. We didn't need to waste one of our special Q&A answers on this. It was obvious. They kind of said that. Like, guy, be real. Be for real. Anywho, yeah, that's gonna be it. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.